I'm just so, I can't even deal. I'm finally on here and I'm ready to talk. Um, if there's any chats coming in here, by the way, I just want to um, I feel like I would like to hide chats. Yeah, I want to hide them because for right now, I don't want to see the chats right now. But I'm finally here. I'm ready to speak. It has been a crazy, crazy week. It has. It has been such a crazy week. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous to come on here and just say how I feel because this is like a public thought, and what my videos usually are is about public thought and expressing myself and being very passionate as well about what I say. Um, but this week it really, really it hit home for everyone, and it has either emotionally impacted people to be quiet, or it has made people want to, come out and say exactly how they want to, say the things they want to say. And it has also radicalized people too. And I'm just sitting here like, wow, like, this is where we are in today's world. This is where we are today, you guys. Um, it's absolutely gut wrenching. But if you don't know me, my name is Bruce Williams, and I am a political commentator. I identify with, the right, um, and identify with more far right politics than even Charlie Kirk himself, which we will be talking about today. We will be talking about Charlie Kirk, the woman that was stabbed in Carolina, and we will be also talking about the Colorado shooting as well. So many things, so many things. And I have so many thoughts that need to be said. And I really hope that you guys listen and understand where I'm coming from and take it with a grain of salt and, question everything. I'm a person who questions everything. So I want you to question everything. So let's get into Charlie Kirk. First of all, can I just say this? I have never truly been a big Charlie Kirk fan. Really haven't. It's not someone that has really spoken to me, that have really, really changed my mind on anything, really. I look at more people like a Nick Fuentes, or I look at a person like an Ian Curl, or I look at a person like a Candace Owens, or I look at a person like, I don't know, David Icke. Like, those are the kind of people that inspired me, who woke me up, or who have, further my reasoning of where I stand on, And, some of those people are people that Charlie Kirk actually didn't debate with. You would never see him debate with David Icke or Nick Fuentes, for example. Never. But one thing I did learn from looking at Charlie Kirk, and what I will say this, Charlie Kirk is a legend. Is a legend. He is. Like, Charlie Kirk died a legend. They made him a legend. They did. Like, this man went out to colleges to speak to the people that didn't necessarily agree with him. They didn't necessarily agree with him. They necessarily didn't like him. But they came up to him, toe to toe with him, Candace Owens, many other people that work at tpusa that, he would bring along to these events to even talk, And it's a really great thing that what he did, because we do not debate with people with difference of opinions. We go away from it instantly. 100%. We go away from it. And one thing about him, like, he truly showed that we can have a debate and we can talk to people that have difference of opinions. And rightfully so, we should. But look what has happened. Charlie Kirk has been killed. He was killed in Utah at one of his, events on the college campus. Recently, it took 33 hours. 33 hours for the FBI to find the killer. I'm doing this because I don't know. I don't know if he's a killer or not. I don't know. Do you know? It took 33 hours for the FBI fucking I to find this 22-year-old kid, like this kid, 22-year-old kid. Like, what? You're the fucking FBI. You don't know who it is? You don't know who it is? As you already know, Charlie Kirk, he was sniped in the neck. We all watched the video. We all watched it. It was traumatizing. Absolutely traumatizing. Absolutely traumatizing. I mean, it's gut-wrenching to see someone that you've watched videos of. You would never thought that, you know, in now at such a young age, when he was 31, 32 years old with a family, like, God bless Erica Kirk, like, and her children. I would be distraught. And I heard that they was there too. The moment he got shot, I knew he was dead. Everyone I knew was like, Bruce, you need to pray for a miracle, pray for a miracle, pray for a miracle. You do not survive a shot to the neck. You don't survive it. It's impossible. Do you not see it? Like, we are living in the world where people just can't face reality. You know, just face basic reality. At instant, he was gone. Tragically. Tragically. And to watch the many people out there, leftists, lunatics, Satanists, whatever have you, trans people, gay people, have no sympathy or empathy for just him or anyone that could potentially be murdered for speaking and having debates on college campuses and whatever have you. It's absolutely sick. And I wrestled with a lot of these people too. I've unfollowed people, I've removed people. Thank God I didn't really lose any followers. I've gained a lot of followers, especially even on TikTok. I made a video. I said, like, cheering on Charlie Kirk's death is like cheering on mine's. Knock on wood, because I'm further right than him. I was further right than he ever was. Yes, he was right when he was a conservative man, like a child of God, but I feel like there was a lot of things that he didn't touch on. A lot of things he couldn't touch on. Either because he was scared to, or either because he was complicit. We don't know. But right now, I just want to talk about the people that have made fun of this. You are disgusting scum of the earth. Anyone who actually sat there and wished death on this man for just having a debate with you, regardless if you agreed or not, you are disgusting scum. And God he reads your soul. That's all I'm going to say about that. He reads your soul. You may not believe in him. You may not think he's real, but he is. He's very real. And the fact that these people are like, he said, don't have no empathy. Do you not even watch the full clips? You don't watch the full clips or anything, do you? You lack education. I've argued with this black girl who was like literally like talking about how, Charlie Kirk says that George Floyd's scum. Yeah, he was a drug addict and was in and out of jail, and also like he was many things. Like, okay, so that means he should die for what he's like. He should die for debating people. He wasn't in and out of jail. He wasn't some deadbeat dad. He wasn't a drug addict. What? He said that black people were much better off in the 50s and 40s. Yeah, a lot of black people, they were actually much better during those times because they had an actual family unit and they wasn't preyed on by government to, maybe not have families so they can be on WIC and all these different types of government subsidies to actually have a family together. Like, are you stupid? Like, black people were way more successful then, even under segregation, Jim Crow. Actually, it's truth. But it doesn't matter. Like, my black skin matters more than a person dying over just like saying words. That's what this girl thinks. Or I recently went off on this gay guy. I didn't really go off on him, but I said like you need to heal yourself. A lot of these people are damaged, traumatized individuals of whatever happened in their life. This person that I talked to was a gay person who actually agreed with a lot of different takes that I believed in, like about Jeffrey Epstein, about the Jewish, like, elitists taking over this country and funneling money and blackmailing a lot of our politicians as well. We agreed on some things, but then out of the woodwork, he's like, I would never have any empathy for a racist white man, Charlie Kirk, who would probably call me an F word if I was in high school with him. Charlie Kirk didn't know you. Have some fucking humility. There's no humility, there's no compassion, there's no empathy, there's nothing. What has this world come to? What has it come to? Me. That's all you talk about. It's yourself. You're traumatized. You didn't heal. You're still that little boy. That's still that little boy in high school that was picked on by the big bully. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. What? You can't just have any empathy. Be like, it doesn't matter if I disagree with him on anything, or even if he wasn't to like me, which I don't understand why is that so important with you motherfuckers out there who want to be liked by everyone. I don't want to be liked by no one. I don't care about no one. I like to like me. I don't care about no one to like me. I like myself. Why would I need your approval? I don't need your approval. These people need your approval. They need your approval. They need you to be in the same mindset as you. They need to be in this whole set. And that's with everyone, left or right. I hate everyone. I truly do. But one thing I would not hate someone so much is to wish death on them. Death. Because I value humanity. I value my life. I value human life over dogs, over cats, over any of that shit. Like, we are up here. They are down here. We should value human life. I'm anti-abortion. Even to the extent of, as going as far as, a woman being, raped and then she gets pregnant. Like, we shouldn't be murdered. We shouldn't be taking a life because of the damnation of the father. The rapist. I can't even say the word on here because YouTube is so sensitive. We shouldn't be taking a life, period. That's how much I value life. I think we should comfort the woman that is raped, whatever like that. We should, hold the MFer accountable. All kinds of things. I believe in gun rights too. People are like, oh, this is the example. This is what happens when you support gun rights. Charlie Kirk said that it's worth the gun violence to have gun rights. Yes, it is. It is a blessing that we are able to defend ourselves against our government and against lunatics like you. Yes. He didn't say to have gun violence to murder people based on what they believe in. Like, it's insane. It's to defend yourself. Like, it's awful. You know what? These people, it's just you can't talk to people and have a conversation with people if they want you dead. And this proved it to me. I don't understand how anyone can go to any of these TPUSA events. I've been invited to TPUSA events. I've been invited to Alice Clark events in my city. I have. I would never go. It's a death trap. Look what happened. Like, I'm not telling you to be scared. I'm not telling you to be scared. I'm telling you to be vigilant and be smart. It is. Be outspoken though, 100%. Whether it's online, whatever, like be outspoken. But to go to these events, what's the point if you're going to walk into a death trap? You know, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. I genuinely, I've prayed and prayed and prayed for your safety, my safety, everyone's safety. I don't care if you're a leftist lunatic or not. I don't care what you are. No one should die for having thought and thinking out loud. Like me. Now, I want to get into the nitty-gritty of all of this because we already know the shooter has been found. His name is Tyler Robinson. And, you know, he looks like some normal guy, don't he? He looks like a normal guy. He was seen wearing an American flag, the glasses, hat, everything like that, which I think it was a disguise. Took the FBI to fucking find that man. 22 years old. The parents didn't know anything about who he truly was. He lived with his parents. Took them 33 hours to even turn him in. You didn't look at the news to see what your son did? I don't believe it for 1 second. I don't. And after the shooting, what I noticed, like, this guy, this older man that was carried around by the police and people were yelling at him and calling him a piece of shit, this guy named George Zinn. I was under the impression that the killer that murdered Charlie Kirk was well in his 40s, 30s, whatever. I don't know. Like, late 30s or 40s. Like, because you can't get a good picture of him. I didn't think he was that young because I'm trying to make connections to who are these two men? These two men that said, I'm the shooter. I'm the shooter. Who are these men? That man, George Zinn, that's his name. That's one of, I don't know what the other person name is. They haven't said much about him, but George Zinn, this man, there is... It says the resurfaced video of the Patsy George Zinn arrested while creating a diversion amid Charlie Kirk's assassination recounts how he knew Al-Qaeda was responsible for the 9/11 attack the moment he saw the towers fall. He's been around for so many years. There was like a video of him being interviewed about 9/11. Like, I'm like, who is this man? And what's the connection between him and, like, Tyler Robinson? I don't understand it at all. I really don't. I don't understand it. I don't understand, like, the connection between these two people. It makes no sense. It also says this, like, near the end of the video, one uninformed officer is heard saying he said that he shot him but don't know. I'm like, what? So he didn't know that that was the shooter. It was a whole diversion between him and the other guy. And yet no one's talking about this guy at all. Like, was he released? Did they further question him of why he said that, like, you know, he was a shooter, or the other guy too? Like, it's a lack of information on that guy as a whole. Like, I want to know more. It just doesn't make sense to me. It says George Zinn is also known for showing up and occasionally disrupting or being arrested at events ranging from political speeches to the Sundance Film Festival to various protests. He hosted the distinction of being the first person thrown out by security at the swanky City Creek Center Mall when it first opened in downtown Salt Lake City in March of 2012. said the most serious charge against George Zinn, came in 2013 when he was charged with threatening to place bombs at the Salt Lake City Marathon finish line. Zinn took a plea deal and received a sentence of probation, but was ultimately ordered to jail for 1 year with credit for time served after not meeting the conditions of his probation. In 2003, Zinn was a spectator at a Colorado court hearing for Kobe Bryant when the NBA star faced a sexual assault charge. The Associated Press reported he was a regular at promotional movie screenings along. Um, uh, it was some promotional movie screening until the advertising agencies that organized such screenings stopped letting him attend. He's walking around some stadium. I'm sorry, I don't even know what that even says. Without a ticket when the Rolling Stones performed there in 1994. Okay, but my thing is like, how can you allow someone like that has been charged for literally like what to threatening to place bombs at a Salt Lake City marathon finish line? Why is the guy popping up in so many different so many time frames in all of this? Like, it makes no sense. Like, what? What? I don't get it. A guy who has a rap sheet, like what? And this one makes me really have like suspicions. Like, was it Israel? Was it because Charlie Kirk was actually questioning thing? Because I watched I watched a clip of Candace Owens' video of her, deeply emotional. That was her best friend. It really was, like, for years. And she said that he was having a spiritual transformation. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like Charlie Kirk. I thought he was a sellout. I really did. I thought that he was a sellout, a Jewish sucking cocksucker. That's literally what I thought of him. I really did. Like, that's my stance on him, and that was my stance on him. But to hear Candace Owens, come out and say like he was having a transformational spiritual awakening, and was afraid to come out and talk about Israel. There's also a video of him, people would send me videos left and right, like he was changing his perception, like his perspective, Bruce. I'm like, I don't know. His last tweet was like saying like Islam is the greatest threat to America. Like, that was his last tweet. So I don't know. Was he really? Was he just trying to easily, like, sneakily, like, come onto our side? The Nick Fuentes side, the far right side? I don't know. I don't know. And I genuinely, I hope that he was. But I sincerely don't know. But I sincerely don't know. But seeing that guy, George Zinn, come out of the woodwork and say that he's a shooter, but then he's the man literally threatened to place a bomb at a marathon in Salt Lake City. Like, what? How is he even walking? How is he even there? Makes no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense to me. Why the FBI haven't said anything about him? What about the other guy too? That's what made me realize, like, maybe it is Israel. Because even the video of Charlie Kirk coming out, like, listen to this.
If, for example, if I have less ability sometimes online to criticize the Israeli government about backlash than actual Israelis do. It's
been so unfair. They were coming after you after Turning Point for, among other things, you had Dave Smith there. Dave Smith isn't allowed to criticize Israel. On both sides, the Israeli side was overrepresented.
No, you're not allowed to. It's even worse than that. Like, I host a person that I moderate the debate of my right? And I give equal time to Josh Hammer, equal time to a pro-Israel advocate, and my moral character is being put into question. And so I think it's a hyper paranoid, like, we're just gonna we're gonna just stamp out everything type of practice.
It's
No,
like
but
there's some
hold on,
rule
but
you can't
are
go
we-
there when it comes to Israel.
Well, you and I believe that we're Americans and Americans first. Period. End of story. We are citizens of this nation, okay?
That's
And
right.
Israel, we have funded, we have supported, not
Yeah.
like we're gonna, but we're like, honestly, the way you are treating me is so repulsive. I have text messages, Megan, calling me an anti-Semite, but my moral character is now being put into question, Megan. Not my decisions, not like, hey, are you doing this? Is it smart or is it dumb? But no, I am a bad person if I do this. And I could go, I mean, you saw it, Megan. It was trending on Twitter, thousands of tweets and text messages.
It's offensive to those of us who have been out there defending them in many instances against critics on our own side. And now you have a couple of comments like, well, what about this? Well, has it gone on too long?
But
And we all know Charlie Kirk is the biggest. His donors are all Jewish, like they are. That's what powers TPUSA. So listening to him say that, like he's afraid to come out and say, it's like, oh, okay. Maybe they did take him out allegedly. Maybe they did. He even was talking with Ben Shapiro and questioning things.
and one thing a friend said to me, interestingly,
The friend has to be canceled.
which is,
There's no way.
Charlie, we pushed back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border, on so like maybe we should also ask a question: is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question. You know, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse.
Then right after that, Bibi Netanyahu, like after his murder, he says Charlie Kirk was murdered for speaking the truth and defending freedom. A lion-hearted friend of Israel, he fought the lies and stood tall for Judeo-Christian civilization. I spoke to him only 2 weeks ago and invited him to Israel. And by the way, he was booked to go to Israel in January, according to Jewish Lives Matter. If you go breaking Jewish news, it's like on Instagram right now. And sadly, that visit would not take place. That's what Bibi Netanyahu says. We lost an incredible human being. His boundless pride in America, his valiant belief in free speech will leave in lasting impact. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. There's another video too.
And Jewish donors, they have a lot of explaining to do, a lot of decoupling to do, because Jewish donors have been the #1 funding mechanism of radical, open border, neoliberal, quasi-Marxist policies, cultural institutions, and nonprofits. This is a beast created by secular Jews. And now it's coming for Jews, and they're like, what on earth happened? And it's not just the colleges. It's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it. It's like, time for you guys to wake up and say no more. Draw a line in the sand. I don't care if you hate me.
I don't know what to believe. But what I believe is that something is wrong. Something is wrong. It's either this person, Tyler Robinson, was some regular decular guy who allegedly was, sending money. Like what? Like there's another video, actually another post I have actually. They donated to Trump. What was it? It says Tyler Robinson. He sent an amount of $224 October 5th in 2020 to Trump Make America Great Again committee. But he shoots Charlie Kirk. In 2020. What made him change his stance? I don't understand. All of a sudden. See, nothing's adding up with me. Nothing. There's videos of Tyler Robinson and photos, like, his mom, Amber Jones, Robinson. She says, "Happy Halloween, handing out candy alone since these weirdos ditched me. Tyler is some guy from a meme. Austin is the crazy end of the world homeless guy, and Logan is a fancy skeleton." And the picture, can I show you guys this picture? Hopefully it doesn't like look weird. This is the meme that he is, right? Him squatting down. This is what it says. It's a squatting Slav meme. It was heavily used by alt-right 4chan chuds and the ties back to an Islamophobic trope that I'm not going to repeat, but the Christchurch shooter had written it on his weapons. You can read the article for more details. That being said, it also been used online in a non-derogatory way. So I'm not sure if this is generally a smoking gun or not, especially considering this was 7 years ago when he would have been at most 16 years old. It's like, what? How does someone become so radicalized within his parents' household, been raised up to be, basically it seemed like American patriot values, learning how to, use a gun at such a young age. Like that's what a lot of Americans do. And he ends up shooting Charlie Kirk. It just doesn't make sense. And I found this also odd. Alex Jones, he posted, the New York Times and LA Times reported Charlie Kirk being shot on September 9th, the day before his assassination. Plus, Amazon Books had the shooting of Charlie Kirk posted 1 day before his murder. Isn't that odd? So it's like, it seemed like that this was pre-planned. All of it. Not that guy, but it seemed like everyone else also was pre-planning his death before he even knew. It also says that Charlie Kirk refused Netanyahu's funding offer, was frightened by pro-Israel forces before death, friend reveals. A Trump insider, longtime friend of Charlie Kirk, tells The Gray Zone how the assassinated conservative leader's turning point on Israeli influence provoked a private backlash from Netanyahu's allies that left him angry and afraid. Here's my thing. Either you can believe that this was just some radicalized guy who turned his back on American values that he was raised on and that is actually a leftist lunatic, or the powers that be, that could be Mossad and Israeli intelligence, could play a role in this. All alleged, all a theory, don't know. All I know is that as Christians, I think it's important that you stay vigilant, you pray up. Like, I have my altar over here. Pray up. Be careful when going out, and keep your head a swivel, because we're going to talk about that too with Irina, the poor Ukrainian refugee. It's so sad. It's absolutely so sad. Irina was a beautiful girl. Like, she could be a model. Irina Zaretska. Like, she was only 23 years old. Died in Charlotte, North Carolina by a Negro, a Blackie, that was supposedly a schizo, that was let out of jail over 11 times. Including if you're white and Christian, I think that you should probably definitely be worried. Not only do you have, leftist lunatics that are so progressive, you also need to look over your shoulder for like these people, like these black people that hate you as well, if you're a white person. And people don't want to talk about that. No one wants to talk about that, like how all of these killings that we see every day is by a black person. Like, it's the truth. Like, it's the truth. Even I can say it. It's absolutely gut-wrenching to see that man, after he stabbed her in the neck, after those other black people who witnessed him do that didn't do anything, didn't comfort her, didn't do anything, and allegedly the girl was for Black Lives Matter. And look where she died, on the bus, surrounded by other black people. They want you dead. Stay away from them. Be careful. I don't understand how anyone can't see that they want you dead. You can't talk with these people. You would much rather be safe than sorry. I'm absolutely disgusted. And for people to not care about that girl being dead, not say one word about it, after he said, I got that white girl. And then there was a call between him and his sister, which I found to be very weird. Because, I am a conspiracy theorist. I really am. But for someone to be on the call and saying this, his sister said, and I quote, she asked her brother, where was he going on the light rail that day? To which he responded, I was going downtown to the hospital to tell them that I'm trying to get rid of the material to stop going crazy. Speaking to the Mail, Tracy said she believed that her brother should not have been on the streets, having tried multiple times in recent years to be admitted to the hospital for psychiatric help. Oh my God, my brain, I'm sorry. The suspect's mother has made similar remarks. He also said, there was another thing that he said too, which was very weird to me, because what do you mean that you have material inside of your body? It says Brown was diagnosed with schizophrenia and has a documented pattern of delusional behavior. In January, he was arrested after allegedly repeatedly calling 911 to claim that a man-made material has been implanted in his body. What? And it said it made him stop having the ability to eat, walk, or speak. I know that he's schizo, but what does that mean? Sometimes, here's the thing. I know you don't want to believe this. No one wants to believe this, but sometimes things are too good to be true. Just like with the last shooter, and we're gonna also try to pit these together and see the commonality between these shooters. Why is the media there when things like that happen? They go straight to, anti-Semitism. They go straight to racism. They go to all of these things. Even the Colorado shooter, who, thank God, he didn't murder anyone. Thank God he didn't murder anyone. He didn't. He was 16 years old. But they're claiming that he was radicalized by right-wing, things online, and he was associated with anti-Semitism. And when I see things like this, and this guy saying man-made materials, all this kind of stuff, it's is there a 3-letter agency out there doing something to cause more and more division, to cause more and more, polarization between us all? What is it? What's going on? Because it's giving wow. Charles Manson, for example, everyone knows about him, how he was a puppet and was used. I don't even want to get into that because I'm scared to get into that, actually. But do you know where I'm going with this? You know where I'm going with this. Some things are just too good to be true. They just are too good to be true. I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is that I must be prayed up, because none of this seems right. None of it. The connection between George Zinn and the other Patsy and Tyler Robinson, it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to figure, I can't connect the dots to these people. They don't seem right. Also, another thing regarding like Charlie Kirk's death, because I found this to be interesting as well, like about the jet. Do y'all hear about the jet? It says suspected Charlie Kirk killer getaway jet owned by Chabad Lavash donor. The private jet took off after the shooting and then disabled its location monitoring system. What was that all about? I don't believe that, I don't believe the guy like, escaped in a jet, but I do find that'd be weird. Why would they disable their location? There's just too many things that are just unsolved that even and usually I feel like I can like, pinpoint what's going on here, but this one, I don't know. It's too much going on. And you know what? Sometimes and sometimes us regular people, we will never know the full extent to how deep this gets. We won't. We absolutely won't. All I want to say is this is my last point. God rest Charlie Kirk's soul. If he was having a spiritual transformation, I hope that he was. I really hope that he prayed for forgiveness before he left this earth. And anyone out there like laughing at this, like, God bless your soul. Because honestly, for where you're going and where you're gonna go, I wouldn't want to be there. It's absolutely disgusting. And I can't even like, because all I want to do is just scream and just like get angry, but I sit here and I think, I'm like, this is, I don't know, this is going to lead to so much more bad happening. And they're already talking about Nick Fuentes is going to be the one to take the step to lead. I'm frightened by that because Nick Fuentes is a great voice. He's a great voice, and I want him to live a very long time. He's like no further than my age. Very young. And seeing people online saying like, "Oh, he's next," like they've taken out Charlie Kirk, but now they have him because he's growing rapidly. What would they do to him next? I mean, he has been talking now for years. But Charlie Kirk, who is who was a profound Judeo-Christian that spread Israeli propaganda all over college campuses and all over like the internet, who has persuaded so many Christians and so many people to be on the Israeli side. But for him to question and also be backed by these people, Nick Fuentes isn't backed by nobody. Do you think they'll sacrifice someone that even at just a little smidge even question, or even say that they're scared to even come out and say anything about Israel? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I'm not scared. I'm happy that I'm out and speaking how I want to speak. I think I would rather die. I would die being able and being happy to say what I want to say. Because God gave us our mouth and to speak what is right and what is wrong. To speak against the wrong that's happening in this country, in this world. And I think Charlie he tried to use it for good. I do think he tried to use it for good. I don't think he was fully there yet, but I think he was waking up, and I really hope that his family is in good hands. Like I feel terrible. I really do. I really do. He was someone's dad. Someone's husband. I wouldn't wish on nobody. Not even any transgender lunatic out there, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Or even any evil Jewish person out there, or even evil like Arab people out there. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. It's sad. But anyways, I think I'm done. I thank you guys for watching. I just hope that what you do, you stick together with your family, stick together with your loved ones, stick with God, pray up, and live your life, but also be vigilant and be smart. I would not be going to any of these events. Not one event. Nope. Not in the foreseeable future. I would not. It's a death trap. That's all I gotta say. Charlie Kirk is a legend. And I really, really, I admire him for sticking up to what he believed in, even if I didn't agree with every single thing he said. That man forever will be a legend for debating the people that hated him. And even though it led to his death, I think that he went out as a faithful man. I don't even want to cry because, I feel like I want to cry. And I don't want to. It's absolutely sad. That man is a legend. And I pray to God that his kids can grow up and be the same legend that he was. I really do. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. It's so sad. All right. I'm gonna look at the chat. I'm gonna look at the chat. The media is to blame for all of this. I can't disagree with you. I think that the media does play a role in a lot of divisiveness, but also we have to be rooted in reality. These people that are programmed by the media, they want you dead. That's just the truth. I think we all should get along, but you can't get along with people who want to kill you. Someone said, why are you dressed like a man? This is a man shirt, man pants. I'm just wearing makeup. It's not that big of a deal. Calm down. If that's the only thing as a straight man that you're worried about, how are you a straight man worried about another man wearing makeup? Just listen to the message and shut the fuck up. I've cried so many times too. I feel numb. I was so numb. It was so insane. It's so funny. All the men, they only worry about a gay. That's all they worry about. At least Charlie Kirk, he was man enough to not even care about that and actually debate people that was gay or not. He was a man. If you don't know Nick Fuentes, get to know him, please. He was someone using our First Amendment right. Exactly. A gay saying God is crazy. Wow. Love is universal. He was not my favorite person. Same. But I'm sad anyone was killed over politics. Exactly. This person thinks it was his destiny to die because he fought for everyone to carry guns. You don't get it. Free Palestine. And another thing too. Can we say? Here's the thing. I'm sympathetic 100% with the children of Gaza and women of Gaza and men of Gaza. I am, and anywhere. I think as a Christian, you should be sympathetic to all people who are being killed by bombs or whatever have you, knife, weapon. It doesn't matter, especially if they're innocent human beings. That's just a no-brainer. It's why can't we pray and have sympathy for a man that was wrongfully killed are for children, men and women. Despite, I know Charlie Kirk's, stance on Gaza. I know it. I know that it's pro-Israel, and to me, he didn't have any sympathy for those children that was in Gaza that we see online dying, and there are Christians there too. Let's not forget they also were saying that like there are no Christians in Gaza when there was. It's insane. Like we can be sympathetic for both. We can have some humility as a nation. But yeah, you guys are worried about whether I'm gay, whether I'm wearing makeup. Don't even listen to the message. That's how stupid you are. Thank you for speaking on it. You're welcome. True, I agree with everything you said in the small part I've watched. Thank you. Ignore the haters. No, I'm good. I don't care about the hater. God bless you as well. You're stunning. Thank you so much. That's the truth. Very little, yeah, whatever. Anyways, is there anything else, you guys? I'm listening to you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for, usually I don't really, R.I.P. Charlie, a real man that touched millions of people. And nice to see someone who is reasonable after what happened on Wednesday. All I've seen is rude, hateful people talking about it, besides the bigger shows, influencers. Yeah. The message is often drawn by hate and ignorance. You make sense. I respect the way you think. What do you think about Charlie Kirk? I already said everything. You can rewatch the video afterwards. I'm a part-time. Okay, I don't care. Someone said, "What's my job?" I'm a man, obviously. Not only do I have an identity issue, you have a mental health issue. Thank you. All my life that I've lived, actually, everyone in my life, have never, ever, ever been called mentally unstable. Like, I'm actually the most stable person ever. Like, actually. Like, you guys don't realize that there are way more bigger fish to fry than a gay black man that is right-leaning, that loves God. That, like, it doesn't make sense. But I understand, like, you guys are, like, like, you're underdeveloped. And that's the thing about me. I'm not mentally underdeveloped like you, who doesn't have a brain. Like, you don't have a brain. You wish death on people. Like, you don't have the brain capacity to even have sympathy or humility. Yet your thing is like, oh, it's a gay guy. Oh my God, it's a gay guy. Like, grow up. Grow up. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, it is what it is. You can't talk to people who want you dead. Like I said before, you can't. But that's my take on everything. This is why I don't really usually have comments on during my lives, because it's like, it's a waste of space, you know? And unlike Charlie Kirk, I'm not going to debate with people who want me dead. Period, if I have a different opinion. That's just me. No, I'm too smart for that. But I have so many people that is like, this messaging me right now. I have to like see what they're saying. All right, I love you guys. Thank you guys for being on here. Be sure to subscribe. Follow my Instagram, my TikTok. I have so many different videos that you can watch. You can understand where I come from. You can understand my perspectives on things. And just know I'm a real ass person. I really am. Despite you may not agree with like a gay man wearing makeup, that's completely fine. I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck about you who hate me. I really don't. I've been hated all my life. I've also been gratefully loved and blessed by God all my life. All my life. And I've seen the same people that you guys put hate on me. I know your life is shit. I know it is. It's complete shit. And I'm sorry that that's the problem with a lot of these people. That's why earlier I was talking about, you guys are traumatized. You need to heal yourself, because it's only you that control your life, and it's only you that will, heal as a person. I pray for my enemies. I do. I pray for my enemies. I may not be slow to temper. That's something I have to work on. But I pray for my enemies and I pray for you. I do. I pray for you. And I hope that you actually find God. Actually find God. Because despite me being a gay man in makeup, whatever like that, that's like one facet of me. I'm more than that, you know? And that's something that a lot of you guys, you only identify with your identity. You're not more than anything. You're not a trustful person. You're not a loyal person. You're not a person that has any compassion, humility. You have none of those things. Like nothing. You have no real friends, no real family, no nothing. You are just a selfish, disgusting human being. And that's what I'm not. I don't support murder. I don't support murder of innocent people. That's it. Now, if you're out here going after people and murder them, yeah, I think you should be punished for your crimes for sure. 1000%. I've seen that. I think it was the mayor or governor of Utah. He said he's gonna like give Tyler Robinson probably the death penalty. He should. You do a heinous act, you get heinous consequences. It's just the truth. But anyways, thank you guys for yeah, Jesus will be proud of me. Anyways, thank you so much for what's this? I love this. Judge not lest you be judged, for whosoever taketh a name from the book of life, so shall your name be taken. Love God, love your fellow man. Amen. Love that. All right, I'm gonna go now. Thank you guys for being on here. Please be sure to subscribe to me. I'm real. And you may not agree with me and things like that. I may not agree with you. But I really appreciate you guys for being on here, showing love, even the hateful ones. I love you too, with all my heart. I really do. And I pray that you get well, because you're the one who needs psychiatric help. Okay, like, literally cannot speak. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Okay, bye.